Welcome back, everyone. I'm Happy Tangent, and we're playing Vampyr, Part 21. Last episode, we finished up a lot of side quests there, at least 3 of them, and then did some other stuff. We're gonna head towards the main quest. I took a look a second ago. My plan is to actually cross through this area here in the middle that has been untouched, and we may not even be able to enter there. So maybe might be better if I take this route over here, so that way I don't run into dead ends. Because we're going all the way down to the docks here, so straight ahead's not the way. Okay. But yeah, so we'll probably do some fast forwarding and run into good combat. We'll probably have to show that off. But for now, heading to the docks. Alright, we've made our way up to the hospital. Do we go and spend points? Nah, let's save it. Plus, days passing always gets me worried. Who knows? We might end up over here at the docks and learn how to do what is it? Headaches and migraines that are the ones I'm popping up a lot. Let's take this side route. And I did check to go into that other zone. The gate was locked, so I just imagine we'll be able to go there later. I have to partake in some rats.
I have this thirst for blood.
Oh, I need to see. Oh yeah, there we go. There are places to. Oh, it's probably a hideout. Yep. Something to read. The Vampire Club. Lost Boys. Do you think vampires hide in the dodgy areas and the hovels of London? No, they hide in the highest clubs and fancy houses of the West End. I know for a fact that some of them rule the empire in secret. They have a club. They have public figures. They have balls and fancy parties. They aim to control the country and our destinies. We must reveal them for what they are, greedy enemies of mankind, born into this world to bring us all into the eternal darkness of hell. You know them, but you don't dare pronounce their names. I will soon, and everybody in London will know the name of the Vampire Club. Clarence Crossley. For more information, please contact me directly. Okay. There's a way out of here. We're not going to use the bed. Guess we'll might as well just have a look. Make sure nothing's changed. Yep, still don't know the recipe there. And just some things that I could... Let's just go ahead and recycle them. Alright, let's go downstairs. Oh, never mind, there's no downstairs.
It's locked, all right.
Oh, so it refills the serums, too. We should, let me check. If I hold down... Okay, so I think I do know how to use the serums now. Basically, hold up or down and you should refill. I don't know if it's instantaneous. Because it seems like it would have to be, otherwise it really wouldn't help you out much. Oops, I didn't even try to jump up here.
Despicable.
But it wouldn't do you no good if the serum just didn't regenerate that fast. I mean, I guess something's better than nothing. Just seems like I never get too low on health. Okay.
I cannot enter.
Let's see where we ended up at. So, we're kind of in the zone I had mentioned not being able to enter, but we might be like just in a little alcove side street, so we're not really seeing much of it. Ah, yes, here was what I called the bank up ahead, where we found out some stuff about Clay Cox and the Wet Boot Boys. And then that's when I stopped myself because I didn't want to get too far off the beaten path. I remember we also noticed we could have hopped across this water here. We didn't. You know, I started thinking maybe about all those locked boxes. Oh, there's Booth Digby. Maybe those locked boxes are if I actually sucked the blood of people, I would get their key. Hello, sir. You sick? I can't tell yet.
Good evening, sir.
Who the fuck are you? Don't you see I'm busy here?
Dr. Jonathan Reed, that's who I am. And who are you?
Ah, some fancy gentleman we've got here. Clear off. We don't want strangers on our streets.
So you won't tell me your name, then?
The name is Booth Digby. Maybe I'll ask my boys to break one or two of your bones, just so you remember it.
I know you're looking for an honest job, Booth. You're tired of this criminal life, aren't you?
It's just an idea. Edwina loves to run things so much. You can never really leave the gang. Wet boys for life, you know?
Yeah, sure. What boys for life?
What can you tell me about this part of town?
Things ain't that bad, thanks to us. We give people what they need, and we control this borough.
Well, you're not doing a very good job. People are still dying here like everywhere else.
Yeah, well, we can't be everywhere all the time. And Edwina says if we can find more guns, we could be more efficient.
More efficient? Really? You should probably tell Edwina that guns are useless against diseases and infections.
Incredible. You know what? You're lucky she can't hear you right now. She's more smart than patient. My sweet queen of the docks.
Okay.
Are you some kind of vigilante patrolling these streets at night?
Something like that, but the police aren't in charge here. We are, see?
So, tell me about your gang, then.
What? Have you got a death wish? You really want me to answer that?
Well, yes. You seem so proud of your status. Why not tell me who you're working for?
Oi! I'm the boss, all right? The Wet Boot Boys work for me. All of them. Situation round here is better than other districts because of us. Because of me.
Like Robin Hood.
So you're a concerned criminal, is that it?
Using funny jokes about me and my boys, are you? Fuck. You must have some balls.
I saw many men like you during the war, Mr. Digby. Greedy little cockroaches who feed on despair.
I could kill you for saying that. But, nah. You've been a soldier. I can respect that.
Alright. You're healthy. Well, good for you. Did all these.
Do you know where I can find Sean Hampton? I need to talk to him.
The sad saint. Why on earth do you want to talk to him?
He was one of my patients at the Pembroke Hospital.
Oh, yeah. I heard the poor bastard had been abducted by some cunt. You better ask Tom Watts. He knows Sean Hampton well.
Hey, the bartender, we know him.
Goodbye,
Me
Mr.
and Tom go way back. Alright, I hope this isn't gonna just be a whole bunch of talking episode. And there's Edwina. That's who he had mentioned. Oh, gather information about Sean Hampton. Okay. So it's probably just a general
evening,
area,
miss.
this big circle.
I'm Dr. Reed. May I ask you a few questions?
Who are you? What do you want?
As I just told you, I'm a doctor. From the Pembroke Hospital, actually.
The Pembroke Hospital, you say? I ain't paying any bill left by Clay.
I'm not here to collect payment, Miss...
Miss Edwina Cox. So what do you want then? Fancy buying something from me, maybe?
Oh, yeah, sure. I like trading.
Booth Digby looks at you with love-struck eyes. Tell me, Edwina, is the feeling mutual?
You have no idea how refreshing it can be for a woman to receive all the pleasure she needs. For once.
I'll take your word for it.
What is it, Doctor? A woman's not supposed to talk about these things.
Okay.
Behind all your crude words and your attitude, I sense romance and a soft heart, Miss Cox.
Romance? I have no time for such rubbish. I use Booth like I use everyone else.
Wait, so is she like... Ah, crap! Ah, whatever. So I wonder if she's like Clay's sister or something.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
You can't trust anyone around here. As soon as you lower your guard, you can be sure some arsehole will take advantage of you.
Really? Don't you think that's a little bit excessive?
Bastards, all of them. This region only responds to violence and threats.
You sound like you're thinking of somebody in particular.
Take the gravediggers of Southwark. They must pay me every week, but it looks like they forgot who gave them permission to steal from the dead.
Looting corpses in a mass grave. That is a new low.
Whatever. Hey, since you're a doctor and all, maybe you can access that forbidden area and remind those bastards what they owe.
What can you tell me about your work?
I'm a businesswoman. I buy and sell things, and I send my wet boot boys after anyone who don't play nice with me.
Gang member and shopkeeper. Can't be easy running double shifts.
If you're interested, I may find use of a doctor who can freely walk across the city, you know.
You're quite blunt, aren't you?
I like people who know what they want and say what they think. This is a time of great opportunity for those ready to embrace their destiny.
I get worried when I see these two options that I cut myself off if I tell her I'm not interested. Maybe I should just back out. But because I'm used to having both selections like on top of each other, this makes me almost think that like I wanna find out every dialogue choice, but I almost worry that when I hit this, it's gonna cut something off.
I'm not interested in a career in the criminal underworld, Miss Cox.
Fair enough. Stay away from us then, if you don't want to get hurt or worse.
Since my return from the war, I don't feel that concerned by threats, knives, or even bullets, if you must know.
That's exactly what that stupid trade unionist claimed after he attacked one of us. Booth and I reminded him a bullet beats words every time.
Alright. Maybe something more with Booth. Just make
What
sure
can you tell me?
You can't.
something didn't open here. Nope.
You still use your husband's name, Edwin.
Oh, she was married
Why
to
is
Clay.
that?
Okay.
Why shouldn't I? He may be a bloody bastard, but I'm still his wife and his name means something round here.
You never paid him a visit at the Pembroke Hospital, did you?
And I don't intend to. In Clay's case, I'm not
She
against
gave
a
him the
medical
knife.
mistake or a little help from the Spanish flu.
Tell me about the man you and Booth killed, Edwina.
The bastard killed one of us and received retribution. There's nothing else to say.
And your conscience is clear. You kill without hesitation.
Violence is an efficient tool, Dr. Reed, when used properly.
So you decide who lives and who dies, just like that.
Yes, Doctor. Just like that. I'm not saying it's fair. I'm saying it's my way of dealing with troublemakers.
What happened exactly?
I don't know and I don't care. One of ours was killed by that communist bastard, but he didn't brag for long.
So you have no idea what really happened, but you executed him anyway.
No one messes with the wet boot boys, Doctor. This is our territory and this is our law.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
The sad saint? I heard he was mugged or something.
Yes, he was. But he left hospital recently.
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for the homeless and the useless. Ask them, they must know something.
Alright, let's see what
Can
you
I
got
see what-
straight.
As long as you have money,
Nothing good. Nothing that's gonna help me in my ways.
Moron had me laughing at first. To think,
Let's see.
pleasure, sir.
We opened up any
It's been a
dialogue
while
over
since
here.
we've seen any
You
new
again.
faces round here.
There we go.
Tell me about the man you killed, Booth. What happened?
one of us had been killed, so we had to retaliate. That's the whole story.
There has to be more to it than that.
No, really, one of us got killed, so the killer had to die. That's how things have always been done round here. No one gives a shit.
Are you so heartless that you could pull the trigger and kill someone without even blinking?
Have you looked around recently? Do you really think one more body will make a difference?
Well, there was another option. I didn't even see it.
Tell me about
One of us...
There has...
No,
Are you so...
Have you looked...
Oh, never mind then.
Goodbye.
All that good. Alright.
Rich girl and a pretty principal.
Oh, we didn't check her health. Yeah, good enough. She's healthy. Oh, shit!
Mark my words.
We're back at the bar.
These murders are the work of a vampire.
That's the waitress.
Whatever do you
Is
mean?
that Tom? Oh, he's unknown.
I'm
Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
I wonder who this poor soul was.
Must be off to your hunting then.
Well, let's say hello.
sewer
She
dog is
probably
back.
remembers me.
And hunting
Sabrina!
these poor folk, he
It's
needs
me,
to catch
Dr.
him.
Jonathan Reed.
Sewer dog. What's it look like?
It's an old story.
She keeps
A
talking about that
monster
sewer
with daggers
dog.
for teeth and icy claws.
We'll
It
listen
comes
to
of
him.
a sudden, nighttime, claiming innocence, then vanishes.
Teeth, claws, murders by night? Your sewer dog is my business. He's the kind of prey I hunt, milady.
No, Serena, stay.
Good evening, sir.
Wrong person.
Have you witnessed any
Ichabod.
suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event? More to the point, who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
A
Oh,
vampire?
he's gonna be surprised.
Really?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you're hunting.
A man of science? Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you.
Have you heard of the Guard of Priwen?
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do let anyone join.
So you hunt alone? That
That's
sounds
risky.
Risky?
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a matter of observation and patience.
Were you ever tempted to join the Guard yourself?
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter. They're more of a sanitary militia.
So, how exactly are you protecting these people? I'm curious.
I patrol late at night, investigating anything unusual. I try and encourage people to stay indoors, but people are careless.
How do you identify a vampire?
It's simple, really. They can't stand daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols. They also cannot enter a house without being invited.
Have you ever killed one of these creatures? Yourself, I mean.
Of course I have. What kind of question is that? It's a dirty business, believe me.
Can I help in any way?
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the vampire threat.
Are you asking me to paste posters about vampires around the docks?
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can focus on my patrols.
What can you tell me about?
Did you hear about...
It's impossible to protect everyone.
But it's
Did
my
we do
duty.
this one?
I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a
Okay, I'm
vampire.
gonna hold off because
These evil rodents
this
are
is new.
spreading like a plague.
oh yeah, my bad for skipping that bit. Lost track of where I was.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me, Mr. Throgmorton?
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour. But I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really? Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there, they have plenty of reasons to hide.
Maybe at least you can tell me who could help me find him.
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts.
That's what everybody
He's a
tells
bartender
me.
and good judge of character. If he talks to you, then it's fine by me.
I could make you tell me, but I respect your refusal.
You know, if
You
you
really
heard somebody
believe
say
Sean
that
is
to
a
you,
saint, don't
you'd be pissed
All
off.
I will say is this. Gossip has it that when he was a child, he was molested. By a priest of all people. Funny thing is, though, it only strengthened his faith.
Goodbye.
Actually, let's just double check.
Good evening, Mr.
Make sure
Doctor.
no other hints unlocked there at the end. Nope. Okay.
Goodbye. And good hunting, Mr. Throgmorton.
Throgmorton. That's a new one. Hey, if we go right up here. Oh man. Oh yeah. So we escaped, but eventually maybe you'd make your way back to where you woke up out of that pit and bit your sister. Is this Dyson? All right. We need to hurry. We're
Good
running
evening,
long.
sir.
Whatever.
Don't you recognize me? We met a few nights ago.
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what I did the night before.
Yes, you had definitely drunk.
We
too
should have
much
to
then.
kill, or not kill.
I'm Dr. Jonathan
Cure
Reed.
him.
I'm Dyson Delaney.
I
I'll
think it's
try to remember
fatigue
you
or something
this
for him.
time.
One of the easy ones. Let's just start off
Inebriation
being
aside.
nice and
Yes.
healing him.
Take this, then.
That way we don't forget.
And perhaps you could try to slow down the alcohol.
Slow down.
Hey, Doc, you don't really want...
Alright, what do we got here?
Surely you must have had dreams and expectations when you were young, like everybody else.
Sure. I wanted things to change. To really change. And to change for good. The bigger the dream, the harder the fall.
Do you really think the world is that bad?
No, I believe we all can choose to make it better. But most of us are too weak, too corrupt and too guilty. I failed for sure, but others will come.
Sounds like you were an idealist, which is honorable.
No, sir. I was an anarchist and I believed that exclusive property is a robbery in nature. I wanted a new world to rise from the ashes, Dr. Reed.
I want to know more about your past as an anarchist, Dyson.
I'm still an anarchist, Doctor, make no mistake. I just reject violence as a tool to change the world, unlike my comrades.
Do you believe in a bloodless revolution, then?
I do not believe in much anymore, Doctor. But I'll admit I like your idea of peaceful change. I like it a lot.
Do you still see your comrades, then? Even if you don't agree with their methods anymore, I mean.
No. I hope they'll come to share my point of view one day. I'll raise my glass to that splendid idea.
Is there anything in particular that you like about this part of town? Except for the cheap drinks, I mean.
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood. So friendly, so joyful.
Why are you so cynical?
Cynicism is the polite way to express despair, Doctor.
Can agree
No
to
reason
that.
at all to rejoice, then. Life is hopeless and then we die, is that it?
Let me tell you a story.
All right,
Almost picked the wrong one
go
there.
on.
A few years ago, when I believed a resolute man could change things around here for good, a tragedy occurred nearby.
What kind of tragedy?
It was a bomb. Bomb that exploded and killed many people. Metal and blood everywhere. Shouts, fire, broken window of the shoe shop, the torn street light.
You lost people you loved that day, didn't you?
I've lost everything. But you know what the worst part is? I don't even remember where it happened. I've drunk so much to forget it, and now I can't remember where it was. I can't pay my homage to the dead.
I'm sorry, Mr. Delaney.
It's okay. If you ever find the place, just leave a flower for me there. Even if you tell me where it is, I'm not sure I'd memorize it.
Is there anything in particular that you like about this part of town? Except for the cheap drinks, I mean.
How dare you
crap.
say...
No reason at all to rejoice, then. Life is hopeless and then we die, is that it?
Let me tell you a story.
Another time. What do you do for a...
I drink. I drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night. And then I drink some more.
Why do you drink so much?
Maybe it's because I prefer dying slowly. Death can be so abrupt. Personally, I like to see mine coming at my own pace.
You sound very sad, sir.
That's because I am Doc.
Don't you work at all?
I'd love to, but I don't have the time. Didn't I tell you? Drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night.
So, sounds like a fish.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
I really don't know. I heard he'd been abducted, and I don't know if he's back.
Who could tell me then?
About the sad saint. I'll try asking Tom once about him.
Goodbye.
I don't even know why I asked. I knew you were gonna go with Tom Watts. Alright, we need to hurry up. I kinda wanna get to Sabrina before him, even that way we can just have it done.
Evening, miss.
Well, I never. That's a first. Customers who make that much mess rarely come back. Never mind in
I
fancy
wasn't that
togs.
messy. I
I'm
just
much
was
more
bloody.
myself than when we first met. By the way, I'm Jonathan. Dr.
Alright,
Jonathan
now I'm
Reed.
shipping Sabrina.
Welcome back to the Turquoise Turtle then, Doctor. I'm
Lady
Sabrina
Ashbury,
Cavendish. How can I help
Too
you?
old for me.
Excuse my
Oh,
curiosity,
she likes
but
Tom.
where exactly are you from, Miss Cavendish?
Something bothering you? What, my name? Or my complexion?
What's wrong with your complexion?
Believe me, I never judge someone on their place of birth or the color of their skin.
Yeah,
If
I'm
that's
pale.
true, you'd be one of the few not to make fun of me. Just you, Tom, Dyson, Miss Fishburne, and of course Mr. Hampton.
I'm sorry if I worried you. I was just curious to find out if you know this part of town well.
Nosy. My dad was a sailor from Bombay, and my mum was a maid born up in Glasgow. They got married in London, and here I am.
Sabrina, tell me about your true feelings for your boss.
I love Tom. Not ashamed of it. Don't care if the customers joke about it, neither.
Who's mocking you?
I mean, we're always together. People will talk, won't they?
Does Tom love you?
Yeah, but he's always reluctant to take it further. It's not because I'm younger, or because of the colour of my skin. He hates jokes about us.
This place seems, how shall I put it, very colourful. I'm sure it has plenty of stories to tell.
We get people of all sorts here. It's that rare place in the docks where you can have a drink without being murdered. At least it's not happened yet.
So this bar is neutral territory then?
Yeah. Tom's convinced this is something the locals need. No one ever draws a weapon here. That's one of the reasons I accepted the job.
Your boss
That's
must be
a good
quite the
reason.
negotiator to force such an agreement.
Yeah. Tom's a great bloke. Mr. Hampton, who runs the night asylum, he's the only other man that's able to keep peace around here.
What can you tell me about this area?
People don't appreciate that line of questioning round here. You best be more careful with what you say, sir.
You look concerned, Miss Cavendish.
This is a bad borough. Most people I know are afraid. Most locals will rob you blind, or worse. You best mind your step.
So you and your friends all feel in danger? No exceptions?
Tom's the only exception I've come across until now. But he's not like everybody else.
Miss Cavendish, would you be willing to help me locate Sean Hampton?
You better ask Tom, sir.
Yep,
Why
talk
not
to
answer
Tom.
me directly?
We respect the privacy of our customers here, sir. Only Tom can decide who to speak to and what he'll say to them.
Goodbye, Miss Cavendish.
Alright, one more. I did not think that this episode was going to turn into a big talking episode. For some reason in my head
Good
I thought
evening,
we'd come
Tom.
fight.
Good evening, sir. How are you tonight? Back to the docks, are we?
You remember me then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
Sabrina seems very fond of you,
Getting
Tom.
straight to the
I
point with the
like her
gossip.
too. I really do. I know I'm her boss, and I'm much older and all. But I like her for sure.
What is bothering you then?
Sabrina is an angry one. She wears it like a coat. I'm not sure I can make her shed that anger. It hurts to see her like that.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's not that bad. Thanks to people like the sad saint of the East End.
Who?
Sean Hampton, our own private holy figure. Few are foolish enough to make peace with the gangs. Sean is one of them.
How is it you can keep this place open? This part of town doesn't seem particularly safe.
Well, since everybody needs a drink, my pub is considered neutral ground by most groups.
You're something of a figurehead around here.
I'm only pouring alcohol for everyone to forget their troubles. Sean Hampton is the one giving them long-term hope.
I see. So you get pressure from all sides about how this place should be run, do you?
Or something like that. Nothing that a few wise words and a bottle of gin can't solve.
Since I'm here, is there anything I can do?
Well, perhaps, Doctor. Peace partly depends on my stock of gin. And with the epidemic, my supplies are running low.
How could a physician help you in this matter?
I have a small warehouse just past the quarantine line. Perhaps, with you being a doctor, you could go there and come back?
Doctors aren't immune to disease, you know. Very well. Show me where it is. I'll see what I can do.
Oh, thank you, sir. Here's the key to get in. You're about to save many dry throats.
That doesn't actually show me where it is, though, but whatever.
Why does your waitress feel in danger working on the docks?
This part of town is dangerous for all, but for women it's worse, as always. Sabrina is a brave girl, but she can't help feeling in danger.
Do you think she has good reason to feel this way? Are you not worried about her safety?
Of course I am. The truth is, she's tougher than me deep inside. She just has to learn to control it.
Tom, I need to find Sean
There
Hampton
we
as
go.
quickly as possible.
Finally.
I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
I believe he returned to his flock. Can you confirm that?
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help but worry about the poor and sick. Oh, I guess it has something to do with what happened to him as a baby.
Please, tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in front of a Catholic orphanage in Dublin. That would explain his faith and need to help everyone.
The important thing is I find him, quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
Alright. Yeah, like I said, I didn't think this episode was going to be a bunch of talking. Hopefully we hit up half the people in this area. We did quite a bit of combat just to get here. In my head, I should have known, since this was one of the other new pillars of like a little community of people. I should have realized we're going to run into a bunch of people to talk to. Alright, for sure, next episode, probably deal with trying to find Sean and maybe going by and finding his booze or whatever. But that's going to do it for this one. I'm Happy Tangent. Please like and subscribe. We're going to keep this going. I still got to figure out what my next game is after this. But we'll catch you next time.